Oh shoot, oh shoot. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Yesterday we were doing, or last week we did a lot of the south coast, so I thought we'd start this week on the other coast, which is just down the road. Some say it's a more beautiful coast, but obviously we know that the opticians need some money in this island. That's only obvious if I could say that. Well, good morning to each and every one of you. You all complained and said I was getting too much of my camera time, so I decided to bring my own mirror this morning and spend the entire morning looking at myself while I was walking with you. So anyone who wants to object today or talk a lot of foolishness about how I like too much camera time, and which they always use the word incorrectly and say show off, I brought my solution to that today. Do I not look lovely? Hold a sec, give me a minute, I have to take a little time to look at myself again. Oh yeah, absolutely awesome. Good morning to each and every one of you all. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday here in Barbados. Beginning of another week. A week that we're going to count down together to the weekend. A week that we're going to stand by each other's side. Give each other moral support, comfort, happiness and peace. For those of you that are struggling this morning, you sit back, you relax. We're going to shower you with love this morning. By the time you're finished today, you'll be smiling from internally, not on your face alone. Coming from your soul and from your spirit. We're not going to move the camera a blink from where we are right now. What we're going to do is say our serenity prayer. I will focus a little bit more on what we talked about this morning as the subject of our vlog. We are at Paradise Beach. For those that did not know, I'm sure everybody knew already, but we are at Paradise Beach. Absolutely stunning coastline. This week we're going to have some good low tides as well. For our Docile Saturday, it will be low tide. So for those of you that are on the island, whether you're living here, born and raised here, or just coming here as a part-timer, please come and join us. Please send me an IM message. Don't send me Facebook. Send an IM to me and say you're interested. I will send you our secret location. And then you will be the only ones that know and no one else will know. And we will surprise them. So you're going to need some wheels depending on where you're living. So we will talk about that later on anyhow. And in the IMs itself, we will discuss where we are. We said we're going to say our serenity prayer. That's what we like to do right now. For those who like to join us, please do. All others, we'll be back to you in a few moments' time. But just to let you know, this is not a religious prayer. This is a prayer for peace. It's a prayer for comfort. It's a prayer for direction. It's a prayer for focus. So if you'd like to join us, please do so. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. I spent the last few hours looking at myself, enjoying myself. As you can see, I brought my own personalized mirror. But I'm returning it this way anyhow, because I know some of you actually want to see it live and direct and not coming through a reflection. You want to see the real thing. So I'm going to, actually, what I can do is this morning, I can possibly give you two of me. There we go. 1, 2 of me. That's for pleasing everyone, as you can see. I'm working on it. It's called Picture in Picture this morning. You think you can only get that on smart TVs? You get that on smartphones as well, especially coming from smart people. Good morning to each and every one. It's a joy to be with you this morning. I'll talk a little bit more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put up this amazing thing that shows me myself every time you look at it. I bet you don't have one of these. I bet if you have one of these here, it doesn't show you me. Therefore, it is not as special as mine. Anyhow, 1 second, we can get back to that. We'll let you watch the view in the other direction. Let you watch the sun beginning to come inside the boats, which I know Switch Mary loves. Switch Mary, good morning to you as well. I'm going to give everyone greetings and thanks for yesterday in a few moments' time, but we're just going to turn it around right now. I know, just take it easy, breathe. I'll be back with you in a couple of seconds. Just enjoy what you're seeing. I'll bring the best back to you in a few moments. Here we go. So this morning, I didn't say I was going to stop talking. I said I was going to let you watch the view. So hold that for all you people that thought you were going to get a minute of silence. It's not going to happen again. You've had your silence for the morning so far. We will do it later on, but right now we're just going to put on the camera for you to enjoy what's going on. Let me put this up because we're going straight for a swim. We're not making a sport this morning. We're going straight, and you see. What did surprise me this morning was a little bit of a north swell. I saw it coming. I saw Brother Brian. He was out on his board yesterday. He did a little thing. I didn't know it was here in the West Coast. I knew it was West Coast, but I didn't know it was like recently. I thought impossible to have a north swell. Don't see what would be generating that, but there is a slight north swell that's coming in. Not too often, but it is coming in. Not consistent in any way. All right, Paradise Beach Hotel, you see located in the distance here. We're seeing the buildings that have just come to a standstill. Massive amounts of developments are put into that. Unfortunately, everyone lost their money. I'm not too sure what circumstances are. Don't want to speculate on something like that. All I can say is that has come to an abrupt halt. It will probably have to be taken over by somebody else if they want to develop it. All right, so typical massive West Coast drop-off. You have to be careful because if you stand close to the edge here, you will most definitely slip in. So you be careful. You can see the difference in the color here. It's going to go very quick, very deep. As you can see, it's going off, but crystal clear conditions this morning. Absolutely beautiful. On my way down the coast, I was seeing that they had, you see on the actual horizon, where you couldn't tell the difference. This morning was so glassed off, like an absolute mirror. I was going to try and fly over it, but I forgot my wings at home, and I would have looked down at myself and had my view the entire way across the coastline. But, you know, didn't bring that this morning. Can't bring everything, and the most important thing to bring was, of course, my mirror, so I could spend some time talking to you all. For those of you that are missing me, I'm going to give you a couple more seconds. I'm going to tell you thank you for joining us this morning. We are the EMC. That's each and every one of us. There's no individual, nothing. No one walks in front, no one walks behind. We walk together. If you start falling behind, you just hold someone's hand. We're going to bring you back online. If you start going in front, I will send myself, who's the Olympic runner. I'll bring you back. I'll pull you into the group. So don't worry about it. You're not going to get away from us. You can't run away from me. That's impossible. Way too fast for that. Good morning to each and every one of you all again. Sending my heart to you. Sending this pure Barbados air to you. It is beautiful down here this morning. I'm on the West Coast. So let me start my disclaimer from early. I never said it was the best coast. I don't hear any yapping later on. Nicholas said it's the best coast. And let me have to give you strikes non-stop. It is not the best coast, but it is an absolutely stunning coast. This is where you can get ultimate mirrors and reflections, especially early on in the morning. Little north swell running, which is unusual. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so just off of here is the Paradise left, which breaks just out there. You can see the actual little swell that's coming through. Don't worry about it, people. I am certified beach person. I know to jump over swells, not a problem. But the left breaks outside of here, which is the old pipeline. It used to go out, way out, not where you're seeing it now, but that gives you a general idea of where the actual swell comes through. There's a right on the other side of this bay here, just by the point itself, where you see the currents, which I like to refer to as the wave warriors. A beautiful right that breaks the outer reef there and comes in, and then beyond that, many other breaks as well. West Coast, riddled in breaks, depending on the size of the swell. Sometimes some secret spots appear that you would never even dream have a swell on it. That's when it gets oversized, because other areas pick up the swell. And then there's some that get a perfect swell when it's tiny, when most of the better known surf breaks do not produce any swells. Alright, so we can do our little first waterborne 360, because I am in the water. Unlike all of you all, I see somebody saying something Platinum Coast. They ran out of names, man. It started as Gold Coast and then they fabricated it into Platinum Coast. So don't get too excited about it. It was originally known as the Gold Coast of Barbados. That someone decided that gold was not good enough, so they had to put a fictitious name on it to try and equal the South Coast. We don't need any accolades at gold and silver, bronze, or anything else, diamond, nothing. We just got the South Coast because everybody knows that's the best coast in the island. First, Love 360 EMC style for the morning. Here we go. Before we go another inch, I'm going to put you back on a photo op this morning. Timekeeper, put on your stopwatch this morning and let me laugh at you. Hold tight, here we go. First photo op for the morning. I went a little bit beyond it because you know who is going to be putting a stopwatch on me and talk a lot of nonsense. So as you can see, you can put that down. Just to let you know, I too have on my stopwatch. And of course, this is the most accurate watch in the world because it's on the most accurate and amazing person in the world. So therefore, this is the best watch in the world. If you saw something come up wrong, just no short of 20 seconds, throw it away. Come, I will lend you mine, but you have to return it. I only have one like this here. But actually, then again, any watch I put on is going to be absolutely perfect because that is what I am. The perfect Major Warrior. It's a beautiful morning, absolutely stunning. You know, I rate this beach, and the only reason I'm going to rate this beach like this here a +4 is because, as you can see, all of the type of bush and lots of bush here, like the one in the center of the camera. If my project program goes on, you won't have to worry about that too much longer. But lots of bush here, all behind here, there are all types of tracks and stuff. So I like to say +4, and it's not at any major danger. It just is a, if you bring your valuables on this beach and you go to sleep on this beach without some friends around who are alert but not suntan lotion, dusting off their towels, teasing you or throwing water on you or throwing you in the sea, then you're taking a risk, especially if you put your towels close up to these bush areas. So when you come down here, be very careful. You can come down here and swim, spend the entire day if you want, but exercise caution. Do not lie up under the bush area unless you're sure that behind the bush is dense, that no one can come through it. That is the only way I would recommend lying close up in the bush if you're by yourself or if you're with someone else, one other person. If you do go to sleep and you do hit horizontal out here, you can hear this piece. I'll get you a little close to it so you can actually experience it as well. This is what will put you to sleep. So enjoy this here, a little bit of peace and serenity, West Coast style. I did not count that. I did not say it was a photo op. So, timekeeper, throw away that device. I am playing smarter than you this morning. I would like to thank each and every one of you that joined us yesterday up at the AMC office, which is known as the AMC Festive Beachfront Lounge. Once upon a time referred to as Crystal Waters. We don't call it Crystal Waters Beach Bar anymore. The AMC call it our gathering point. Yesterday we had the master entertainer that we employ for no money at all. He comes and performs. I don't know, he's never asked me for any money. So I think he comes and performs for free for us. He is one of our family members. Good morning to you on this award yesterday. My brother, as always, you continue to surprise me and impress me. You brought a spirit yesterday and joy yesterday that everyone around me was foot tapping or dancing. Of course, I did not go on the dance floor because I did not want to embarrass any of those around me. You know, I have to be very careful. I like to be friendly, like group friendly. So I don't dance too much because I don't want to show up anyone. Don't want them to feel strange or whatever. But what I can tell you is yesterday was an amazing day at the office. Thanks Darren, thanks Margaret, thanks to everyone. There are just two names that I call because they're two people I've seen quite a bit recently. All your friends and family, thank you for bringing them. Thank you for making the day into an incredible day. I left here late. Actually, I just want to mention, if I am talking a little less than normal, actually a lot less than normal, it's because I am tired. I went to sleep at 12:30, well, I had to say Sunday morning, and then I didn't get sleep all up until like 10 last night. I mean, ridiculous. As you can see, I'll show you though, it did not affect my handsomeness at all. I'm still as beautiful and as lovely as I've always been, so everything is fine. Don't need a beauty sleep. When you got beauty like me, you don't need sleep. I went close to the microphone for those that did not hear, for those that have any earplugs, just to make sure they actually heard that there sound. We're going to rotate again. Sorry folks, I can't leave it on me all morning. I have my mirror for that, so you hold tight. These are Paradise, what were the Paradise Villa section of Paradise Beach Hotel. The actual outer perimeter, the footprint still remains. However, as you can see, some of them have no roofs on them, some of them have no doors, etc. This is an abandoned area. has been cleaned up a lot recently. Before you had quite a bit of bush on either side here. As you can see, it's beautifully maintained. At the moment, the grounds, that's where I'll say. So it makes it a lot safer to walk by this area. And this is another area here that will be +4 kind of thing. Now, a lot of people that stay down here say, what are you talking about +4? I've been wrong a long time. So when I tell you a +4, it's because of what I experienced. This is not what someone else says. It is not something that's sanctioned by the Tourism Board of Barbados or anything else. It is something that I have survived with. They're my survival instincts. I am 51 years old. Hopefully I will get one day. It's a lot older than that. But I have survived 51 years on this rock, on these beaches. From the time I was a little fella. And especially from my late teens, this is where I lived, on the beach. So I'm just telling you what I do. I'm not saying you have to do it. You can do whatever you want. But as I always say, and I'm going to refer to it again, those who've heard it, sorry for my repeating. But I do not tell you to go and smell a rose without telling you be careful of the thorns. I do not believe in doing that. So along with little things that I do or see, I like to give you little bits of caution just to keep you on a happy trend and make sure that everything goes well. It's up to you to ignore me or to listen, but please, I would recommend you take it into consideration. I see somebody already got strikes going on here, but I'm not going to say what it's about, because then I will raise the topic and then other people will join them. Look at the glows and reflections. No ships in port. We're going in and out into the cruise season very soon. By November, you will get occasionally in October, but in November, this Deepwater Harbour here will be full of ships, especially in the latter part. Majority of them doing air sea operations here. Majority of them coming to charter flights during the week itself. Transport between here and the Grantley Adams International Airport will be busy. Highways will get busy. Beaches are going to get busy. You know, all the roadside areas are going to get busy. Attractions are going to get heavy. So if you're on the island now, enjoy it. If you come down when they're busy, enjoy the busyness. But right now you have a piece of serenity at most places that you would not find in the actual peak cruise or actual long stay vacation time. Beautiful area coming into Freshwater Bay now. I just want to mention a couple of places down here, a couple of my friends. Not promotional, nothing gained from it except for giving you options. We have Gina, who runs Calabasas Cruises. Calabasas Cruise, you can look up that on catamarans. I've been on it a few times. I will tell you, an amazing experience. I am not putting on anyone. I can only tell you about them because I haven't been on the others recently. But I would go back 7 days a week because her and her crew, absolutely amazing. Now, Gina owns some properties behind here. So if you're interested, just have a look in Calabasas Cruises. Follow back the trail to her. I can't remember what the name of the villas are and stuff, but these are her properties behind her. If you want to stay here, you can always get her through Calabasas Cruises. And of course, Calabasas Cruises, because I will tell you, if you like a light crowd, like, you know, they say they carry 12, but they will stretch it to 13. Massive catamaran, but they just personalize it. If you can appreciate, your privacy comes a little bit of a cost, but you have a look at that, and I can tell you, it weighs out perfectly. I will always go back on them if I have the opportunity. As I said, it's not a sales promo. It's just my own humble opinion coming from my heart. Another photo up for you, different direction. But just to point out a couple of things before we do look in that direction, and that is the coconut trees. Very still. Not a breath of wind down here this morning. Also, the coconut trees. Tropical. Look, you can take in your mind, remove those coconut trees, and you tell me if you would be enjoying this kind of scenery. No, you would certainly not be. So, 20 seconds. I saw the stopwatch lady go on just now. I got strikes for her galore, but here we go. For those of you that I was running around yesterday, pulling reverse camera on, that you wondered if I was some kind of madman telling me, Nicholas, the camera is the wrong way around. Man, cheese on bread. You don't give me no credit at all, though. Imagine I got the camera facing the opposite way and they're going to tell me you got the camera the wrong way around. I wouldn't know that. I would know that for sure, but no mind. I captured your picture and I caught you in some real spectacular positioning with your facial expressions. I will be displaying them later on in the week. Obviously not right now, as you know, it takes like an off day or something to work on them. For those that were in pictures for Q in the community last week, you're going to get them as well. They're going to be coming out later in the week, but you know me already. I try to do a little beautifying to it wherever possible. If it was just pictures of me, I wouldn't have to touch it. I could just take it straight off the camera, put it straight up on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever you want to put it, because, of course, I would be perfect. Stunning, stunning views this morning. Absolutely beautiful. And the little discoloration you see in the sky, that's coming from the smokestacks of the Barbados Light and Power, which is just a little further up. That's up in the hot pot area. That's where I was hoping to get to this morning, but I've spent quite a bit of time here on the beach, so we'll see how that goes. It's all going to be based on time this morning. Glows coming off the clouds, spectacular. The light radiating off the side of the boats, absolutely breathtaking. I see someone saying good morning to Mary Phillips, so I know she's on board, Mary. As always, we like to do these kind of sceneries for you. Didn't say it was a photo op, so timer, reset your watch please. I'm going to take the upper level. As you can see, we can actually go across the sand here, but I'm walking the upper level because I brought my bionic feet this morning. I left my shoes at home, but I'll go across there and I won't even feel any of the juts and sticks or any rocks that are going across here. You know, that's because I am that powerful and I can actually put all my force fields on my feet. Here we go. This is Freshwater Bay. Christopher Maloney of Automotive Arts. Good morning, my brother. Chris owns a condo in this section as well. So if you want to stay up here, Freshwater Bay area, you can always come and rent from Chris. Just look up Chris Maloney. He's in my friends list. You're in my friends list. Have a look and then locate yourself back to him again. I don't have his information on the actual condos itself, but I can tell you, Chris, just like Gina, are ambassadors to this island. I bodyboarded with Chris for a long time. He was my apprentice, but then he came along and stole the mastery in that. Thank God I got a lot of gold medals prior to that, so I still have them hanging in my shelf. But more into you, Chris, my brother. Launching area, we're in Pile Bay now. Pile Bay have done a lot of renovations recently. They also have webcams, so I'm going to inhale. Hold a minute. 6 pack out, chest up, biceps firm. Here we go. If you all hear a difference in my voice, I can't really hold my breath so long, so hold a minute for me. As soon as I pass the webcams, we will go back and resume normal broadcasting. Alright, so they've done a lot of renovations here. This used to be a little small fishing town, of course, yes, but they've put up a lot of processing facilities here. Here's where the vendors can come and sell their fish, where they can spend the entire day. As you all would know, Bush Bar is just around this general area too. If you want some of the best fried pork in Barbados, or if you want to go and drink some of the most rum or drinks, you can go to Bush Bar. That is in this general area again. Been there many times. I'm not sure if it's still Thursday nights, but Thursday night used to be their popular night for that. They're popular any night, but Thursday night used to be the most popular night. Stunning views of incredible waters. If you want the calmest, most consistent waters in Barbados, you want the most transparent waters in Barbados, you want the longest beaches, as in running beaches, because besides East Coast, this is the longest running beach in Barbados, longer than Carlisle Bay. Come over to the side. But remember, what you're seeing here is like a sleeping giant. You come over here in these conditions, you find them perfect. When you get to like December, January, February, March, when the north swells coming off the cold fronts, they're coming off the USA, you can get some really deadly swells out here, very dangerous conditions. So please just keep alert of that. If you see a swell begin to come in, starts to get a little rough, don't say, oh, let's play the shore break, because the next set could be 3 times the size. So please be very careful on this coast. Like all of the coastlines in Barbados, they're all beautiful, but down here it can be extremely deadly. Best visibility for snorkeling on almost every point that you're seeing that we're walking on, where the other beaches disappear. That is the point. You will find coral formations. I would recommend going more north than where we are, because up here is very commercial with the Bridgetown port and stuff. So I would think sea life like around the Whole Tongue area would probably be a lot better. As I said before, never said it was the best coastline. If you want strikes this morning, you come and contradict what I'm saying, because I tell you, our head cheerleader suffered last week because she went and tried to mislead the entire world by saying that I said it was the best coastline, which I never said, and I would never say, of course. It's not that it's not as beautiful or as lovely, but the difference is that the South Coast holds a magic to me personally. I want to make that clear though, because these are my opinions, and that to me is what matters to me, and it should matter to you as well. But remember, you can always come. Now I see contradict. I don't see no I have not made any contradiction. The best coastline in the world is the South Coast. Barbados Light and Power Plant. It's where we have our diesel turbine engines, generate electricity. You've noticed around the island, if you've been driving around, lots and lots of solar farms are going up all over down in North Point by Animal Floor Cave, all through the countryside. A lot of what were cane fields, arable land that's gone to waste have now been turned into large solar farms to generate more electricity naturally, of course. And you know, I'm happy to see that because we get sun all year round. We do get some rain and stuff. I saw a quote the other day that I thought was something I should bring as a reference because I thought it applied to me. It made me see a reality, not that I don't see it anyhow, is even on a rainy day, the sun is still shining. You can take that and predict or decide how you want to word that, etc. But to me, it means there's always sunlight there. Sometimes it's obscured from our vision, and it is our friends around us that can help us see that light again, even on those rainy, dark days. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, wait, hold on a sec, though. Oh, who's that? When it come back now. Yeah, how are you going, Jackie? You good? How you get down here? How you know I was down here this morning? Let me come over here and let my family see you. Hold a sec for me. There we go. You know what this is? I call her the party animal. She partied all yes. Oh, see, she got energy. Playing, she's showing off and stuff. You gotta give me a minute, buddy. So, as you can see, this is I walk in that direction. So I'll be back to you in a minute. Oh, yeah, yeah. Alright, I see you in a minute. Walk in this way, okay? Alright, so you all saw the party animal. Our care team. Of course, she's called the Sister from the East. Absolutely beautiful. Has a great soul. Big party animal yesterday. She encouraged people on the dance floor to do a lot of foolishness. Everybody on the dance floor as usual. Good morning, head cheerleader. Can girl herself, Cheryl, my sister. Good morning to you. Absolutely stunning. Conditions, beautiful. Tide right now, coming back up to the high tide. Low tide was, I think, around 3 something this morning or around that time. So we're sort of like coming into mid tide now. There's a sandbar that runs out here just off of the actual hot pot area. As you can see, that changes completely from, I would say, from week to week. All depends on the sea currents and also the water flow that's coming out of the diesel turbine engine areas. What they do is all the water that they run over those engines to keep them cool, they will actually flush out to the sea. That's what creates the hot pot itself. And a lot of people say it has medicinal purposes. I really don't know. All I can say is that there are a lot of very elderly people that come down here and take sea baths and sea swims in the hot pot area. And I will tell you, they will run rings around me. Of course, if I'm sitting down, if I'm standing up, who's going to run rings around me? That's impossible. It'll have to be stationary. As you can see, it has changed considerably from last time we were here. It's actually started to run across the beach a little bit more and form its own pocket here as well. But the main hot pot's up there where you're seeing everybody located having a swim. Not going to go up there this morning. We're just going to go here in the sandbar. We're going to do our Love 360 from this area. We're going to spread a little peace and happiness to you and enjoy our day together. Our say farewells. Bridgetown Port in the distance. Up there's where you get a lot of catamarans, either from the careenage itself or actually in the shallow draft area, which is directly in front of us. Barbados Coast Guard is also located there now. That is on the Mighty Griner Highway, formerly known as the Spring Garden Highway. You can see the current that's coming out of here. You can see the water flow that's coming out. So you can see it's shallow in most areas. The sand is going to be very, very loose, very soft as you walk through it. So you can go in here and go like down to shin deep if on occasions. That is very possible, and that can happen. Oh, my co-star. So just to let you know, as I've noticed that these faults committees are building their ranks and their strengths, I decided to tap in the most beautiful, handsome, lovely, kind person that I know to join my ranks. And of course, here he is, and he wants to say good morning to you. Good morning to you, my buddy. I'm glad to see you in my ranks. So everyone, just say hello to my friend. He is my good buddy. He's my comrade. I don't ever say anything bad about him at all. He is my friend, you know already. I trying to butter up here a little bit. Don't tell him though, keep quiet. Okay, so he's doing his wave. Now I'm going to ask you again. Who looks almost as beautiful as me? Who is as strong as me? Who is as handsome as me? Of course. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. He is really a great recruit. So for all of you all people that are recruiting out there, as you can see, I have the best recruit in the world with me. The one that all of you love. So let me see you all diss him now, because you can diss me but you can't diss him. So that's called the power of thought and creativity. So we're going to do a little spin here now, but before we go, I just want you to see, of course, the best scenery. It's what we all came here for. We didn't come to see Barbados, we know already. I myself came here to see myself on camera. I brought my own mirror this morning in case I absolutely needed it. you know, but I really don't need it this morning because everyone is here saying, turn the camera around, turn the camera around. We want Nick. See, we want Nick, we want beautiful. I'm reading that. If you didn't see it, Facebook has had some challenges recently. We're keeping up all of the comments. So if you did not see that just now, it's just because it's Facebook's issue. But trust me, there are hundreds of comments that going across here about you are the nicest and sweetest. And we know that already, but it's nice to hear it. You know, it's always nice to hear you're loved. Even although you're loved, the words I love you mean a lot. So based on that, I love you all. You all are my family. You all are my friends. You all are what heals me. Without you all, this would be a real tough world for me. And I mean that genuinely from the bottom of my heart. The more of you that come on, the more peace and love we can spread throughout the entire world. The more friendships we can build. The more people we can bring over to positivity and get away from all this negative and destructive things that are going on in the world right now. So let's share love. Let's share peace as we go forward from here. And I'll also share the beauty with you. But I'm going to get in the shade a little bit so when we do our 360 rotation, we don't get blinded. Because some of you did not bring your darker makers. And some of you wear darker makers on your head, like bandos, as you would have seen Heather do on Saturday. Remember, if you want to walk with us, we'll be walking again, go sell Saturday in the group. Not and tell you where. You can contact me privately. I will check my GPS system and make sure you're on the island and you're not doing like Mr. Raycope or somebody else who wants to find out where we're going because they're malicious and say they're on the island. I will be checking your location. I will be going through your Facebook. I'll be analyzing it and make sure you're actually here that you can come and go with us. Alright, so I know there's never enough time to see me, but I must turn the camera now. So just bear with me a sec. Let me do it silently so we can get a nice flow. Here we go. So from Jackie, our sister from the east, who is our party animal, whose heart is golden, whose energy levels go through the ceiling. Myself, all of our EMC members, which will be our crew, which will be our love team, our care team, our Munch Kings, our Hall of Famers, and each and every one of those that do not carry a title but carry the responsibility of carrying peace and love every day and do so without any hesitation whatsoever. I bid you all a farewell. I pray that you all have safety today. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic Monday. Remember, Monday is already part way behind us. We ain't got so far to go the weekend. Our countdown started at 12 midnight last night. Look how many hours we have on the belt already. Less to go. So we can do a 360. Our last circle of love, and then we end off with the same photo up here for 20 seconds. The talking is done, believe it or not. Have a great day. Love you all.